Welcome to your daily focus for July the 21st, 2022. We have Saturn and Jupiter not getting along. We have Mercury and Venus getting along. So let's see what that means for us. Let's start at the beginning though. Let me introduce myself. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Send it right back to you. Now we have the 21 energy today. Now remember, we are under full moon energy. We will be for another 7-ish days, so another week. So this is a time to tie up those loose ends. This is a time to put completion on some major things in your life so that you are not taking that energy with you into a new moon energy. So that you can run, so that you can, yes, run and skip and dance your way up your path. So we want to let go of perceptions, old perceptions, paradigms. We want to allow healing into our lives. We want to allow for completion in our lives, endings. 2 + 1 is a 3. That is a beautiful transformative energy. It's about creation. It's about giving birth to. It is about diplomacy, and it is about trusting your intuition. So your mind and your heart works as one today. Very, very promising energy, right? If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 16 energy. The 16 energy, well, that's awakenings. So once again, we may get some kind of lesson, some kind of aha moment, where if we take it back a little bit and we look at it, we learn something about ourselves, which is truly going to help us going forward. We've had this pretty well all week, haven't we? So it's preparing us. It's showing us that we can act one of two ways, and maybe we've only seen it as acting one way, but for some are doing in one way or saying in one way, and not even realizing that there might have been other options available to us. But we see that if we back up, we learn a little bit about ourselves, about our habits, our behaviors, our actions, our reactions. So awakenings happen, and trust me, sometimes if we don't take the horn or the bull by the horns, no pun intended because the moon's in Taurus, if you don't take the bull by the horns, the universe, the cosmos has a way of making sure that you go through that lesson, that learning experience, in order for you to be able to step forward in the way you want, knowing that you are stronger, more courageous going forward. 1 + 6 is a 7. It's about standing in our truth. It's also about relationships. It's also about where we need to make compromises in our life. So that could be something where we have kind of dug our heels in and said, no, I'm not giving anymore. And it could be just an ego thing. And if it's just an ego thing, then maybe you should look at the compromise. But we never want to give ourselves away. The 7 is honoring our own truth. So when we're making compromise, we don't compromise against our values, our morals, our dreams, our ambitions, our personalities. Absolutely not. Sun is in Cancer. Moon is in Taurus. I think this is the last day for Cancer. Then we move signs, right? So this is our final energy day for Cancer, home and family. And the moon is in Taurus, so it's about smelling the roses. It's about taking the time to smell the roses. It could be our finances, absolutely. Now we have Jupiter and Saturn. Well, actually, first of all, the moon, I think, aligns with Mars today. So let's talk about that. You know, when we have the moon aligning with Mars, that means get some muscle behind achieving those goals. And I wouldn't say new goals, new dreams, new desires, but maybe breathe some life into some old plans that's half done, or you just started it, or it's near completion. Those kinds of things is really going to wow you today on what you can get done, what kind of closure you can put to things, what kind of completion you can put to things. So put some muscle behind achieving those goals in life. Now, Jupiter and Saturn are not getting along. So chances are we need to face a reality about something that we have been growing big, and it's coming back down to earth. And the Taurus and the Cancer sun and the Taurus moon are both going to help us to ground ourselves. And the 21 energy is going to allow us to see what we need to understand a little bit more on how we can go forward, but what we need to release in going forward. That'll make it that we are skipping, that we are dancing down our path when that new moon hits. So there could be some kind of restructuring in our life, in our livelihoods, in our relationships, in our goals, our dreams. And there's no easy fix right now. So don't look for something that's just going. In fact, if you find something that's just going to snap of the fingers and it's better, chances are you're going to wake up tomorrow going, that didn't fix anything. So be careful on that. Now we have Mercury and Venus getting along. So that intuitively helps us say the right things at the right time. So that will actually help us in our conversations and our communication with one another. Our creative skills are also very enhanced when it's Venus and Mercury getting along, especially our hands or our voice, right? So let's find out what the cards have to say for us. And Jupiter and Saturn, sometimes we plan too much and we can't do everything, and so we get frustrated. We get frustrated, we get tired, we don't want to participate anymore. I've got like a Dylan hair or something, or maybe it's a Milo hair, I'm not sure, but I got that little tickle going on. Okay, our shadow card of the day is, look at this, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. So it's about, the Nine of Cups is, yes, making our wishes, bringing our dreams into a reality, understanding what we are wishing for, what we are desiring, what we are asking to show up on our path, what we are trying to transform, what we are trying to give birth to. Now this card, as you well know, if you watch me on a regular basis, disappeared for like 7 years on us, didn't it? It never came out of the deck. I even checked a couple of times to see if I had lost the card because it just did not come out. Nothing about our wishes, our dreams, our desires, and having a multitude of dreams and wishes, desires. This isn't just one part of our life. This is all aspects of our life. And then as 2022 approached, it showed up, and now it's been consistent throughout 2022. So, and especially when all the energy was in Pisces. Oh my gosh, it came up every day, it seemed. Our first card, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, make sure that our relationships are in balance. Make sure that people aren't taking advantage of you. People are taking too much from you. Or maybe the shoe's on the other foot. Maybe you see where you've been taking advantage of somebody, or leaning on that relationship a little bit too strongly, and it's time to stand in our own truth again. Our own 2 feet, our independence. With the Six of Pentacles, it's about the balance in relationships. Now, sometimes we help somebody out, and you're not putting your hand out to expect any kind of actual payment. The cosmos, God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe takes care of that. We are rewarded down the road. Don't worry about it. Today we had like the hottest day of the year so far. And right in front of my road, they were paving. And so there was like 9 or 10 men and women out there working, not only in the heat, but that heat coming off of that new tar and everything. I thought, oh my goodness. And it was about 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. So I went and I picked them up, all lemonades, iced lemonades. I know I'm not going to get anything back from that. Perhaps I'll get some kind of reward, but maybe I needed to pay it forward because I was falling behind too. But it's those simple little things that you can do in life that, puts a smile on everybody's face. And I'm sure at least half of them went home and you wouldn't believe what happened. I was so hot and I was so thirsty. And here comes this car and they hand us a tray of lemonades over ice. And we can do things in little ways, can't we? Picking up somebody, if you know that somebody's kind of shut in or alone, maybe if you're going to get takeout, maybe get an extra container for them. and eat it with them. Because you're going to eat alone, they're going to eat alone. Eat together. Have some company. Chat. Learn something about each other. And make sure that people aren't taking advantage of you. Make sure that people aren't leaning on you. And this is kind of where this card really comes into play. It's understanding that, and you're not supposed to give away your time, your energy, your resources unconditionally. There has to be some kind of conditions. There has to be you standing in your truth and honoring yourself in the transaction. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, this is about working towards our abundance, people. Now, it could be love, but I'm really getting the sense of abundance, especially Jupiter with Saturn. Okay, so we need to face reality when that happens in our lives. And we need to restructure certain parts of our lives, or the way we are going to obtain a goal, a dream, a desire, and kind of backing it up and really thinking about it. But really, where is your focus during this? Where is your focus? Where's your attention? Where are you putting in the energy? Are you giving your goals and your dreams at least 5 minutes a day? 5 minutes. At least you're being consistent with those 5 minutes. And then once you get those 5 minutes a day, maybe do 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Maybe do 20 minutes the first day and then 5 minutes the rest of the week again. And just have that one day where it's going to get a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier because you have the time or the energy or the resources during that time period. So where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your attention? Look at that full moon behind us. So we need to look at what we have in place and we're already working on. So once again, we're not going to start new jobs, new projects, but we're going to look at some of those projects that we started but we did not complete for whatever reason, and completing those things. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So don't be too trusting today. Okay, I'll tell you this right straight out. Don't be too trusting. People will use your words against you. Okay, you tell somebody about this great plan you got for the office and the layout or a special project or something. And then the next thing you know is the boss is announcing the special project because so-and-so came up with it. The person you told your great idea to. And they run away with the glory. They get the promotion. Things like that. Or they sit there and they listen to you and they go, oh, really? Well, tell me more. And then they go, you won't believe what they said to me. Oh my gosh. Wait, sit down. You got to hear this. This is what they're thinking of doing. And it's not going to make sense to them. So, please remember that people of integrity expect to be believed, and when they're not, they let time prove them right. So it's not a jostle today. It's not proving that you're right or proving that this is the way you want to go. Keep that inwardly towards yourself. The second thing about this card is we want to make sure that we're not taking extra with us. We're not taking junk with us. We're not taking clutter with us. That we're clearing our path. Now we're walking here and we're picking up the swords that we're going to need in order to go forward. But if you notice, there was two standing straight up that we walked right by, and we're bending over to pick that one up on the ground. We're taking more effort to make sure that that comes with us than those two swords standing straight up. So obviously we didn't need them for whatever reason, but this one we do. And so it's making sure, especially Jupiter and Saturn, kind of duking it out a little bit in the sky. It's there to teach us a lesson. It's there to teach us, so if you're taking things forward that maybe you shouldn't, maybe that's where the 16 energy comes in, and you have that awakening today, that knowing that you don't really need that. And it's time to break that habit, that behavior, and walk away from it. So putting closure on it. Absolutely. Let's get a mantra card, shall we? And last but not least is in this picture, way back in the distance, there's a carnival. We're going to the carnival. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy. So it's all about our path forward and the enjoyment of our path forward. It's not always the goal, but sometimes the adventure, getting to the goal, that really moves us, motivates us, challenges us in the right directions. Okay. Today we have new beginnings. Begin your new life. Look at this. So the phoenix rising out of the ashes, it's time to begin your new life. Now, I will say, because we are in full moon energy, it's not time to actually do the first steps, but it's time to think about how you want to reinvent yourself. And taking it seriously. In what ways do you want to reinvent yourself? In what ways do you want to change your reality, transform your reality? Maybe it's your friendships, the people that you hang with. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your spirituality. Maybe it's your habits and your behaviors. Maybe it's your health and well-being. So where do you want that new beginning, that new start? Because when you do that, now the 16 energy comes in and says, well, this has to go away in order for that to happen. So let's remove that right now for you. And you'll be like, no, what are you doing? And then you'll see down the road that it makes sense. Sometimes we don't, it's under the 16 energy, sometimes we do not understand why certain things have happened to us. And it's only much later that we look back and go, wow, if that didn't happen in my life, I never would be here today. And am I ever loving today? So new beginnings, begin your new life. Oh my gosh, I've got this little hair. It's driving me nuts. New beginnings burst with assertive confidence and excitement, making the start of a new direction full of adventure. So you are in a good position right now to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You are being guided to act now and use this creative energy and enthusiasm to maybe get this project successfully underway, or maybe it's finishing up that project like we said before. You are being driven by a creative force. I am excited and ready for a new beginning is the mantra. I am excited and I am ready for that new beginning. And we'll get an animal here. The penguin. To be authentic. So there's our penguin. So reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from another's expectations and just be yourself. Just be you. So I don't even think I can add to that. So reach out to your tribes in times of need. Okay, people are there wanting to help you. Okay, when somebody asks you for help and you can help them, don't you feel in some way that was rewarding? Most times, sometimes not so much, but most times when somebody asks you for, can you give me a hand for a second? We're all, sure, of course. And yet, we're so afraid to ask for help. We were taught in society that's a form of weakness and you should be shameful about it. And how dare you not be able to, hold 100% of the world on your shoulders at all times. Why would you need help ever? And so we have to kind of brainwash ourselves back into understanding that it is a form of strength when we ask others for help. And they feel good about helping. And I know that when you ask them for help, that you would be right there. You would be honored when they ask you to return the favor. I see the father penguin, the mother penguin, and the baby penguin, and all I think is there's that 3 energy. So, and the Cancer energy, right? About family and home. So, reach out to your tribes in times of need. Say, I need your help. I need that little bit of extra. I need a third hand, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be small. Absolutely. And they will appreciate that you asked them. And they will probably jump to help. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. So the 16 energy could be a little stormy today. Absolutely. Jupiter and Saturn squaring in the sky is probably going to give us a learning experience, a challenge. So look it in the eye. Look that storm in the eye. Love your uniqueness and just be yourself. Love who you are. Don't let anybody tell you that you should be something other than who you truly are. because that is who you are, and that's who everybody will love, and that's when your creativity, your self-expression beams. That's when you find that everyday happiness and joy, by just loving yourself. So start looking yourself in the mirror and start telling yourself each and every day, I love you. Use your name, I love you, Tilly, when you look in the mirror. Absolutely. And start doing it each and every day. Our brains don't know the difference between the lie and the truth. So when our brain starts hearing this on a regular basis, it goes, oh, we love ourselves. Yeah, I like this about me. I like that about me. I honor this about me. Just be yourself. Break free from others' expectations. So maybe we were looking at that six of Pentacles. Okay, and that might be the give and take in the relationship. It might be making sure that it is a two-way street. So it should be a very strong, beautiful energy day for us to move forward, to allow ourselves to be awakened to a transformation within ourselves or around us today. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.